Okay, can we talk real quick about how wild the video editing programs have gotten lately? Adobe's out here charging insane prices, and on top of that, if you want to cancel, they're going to slap you with more fees, and all the while changing their terms of service to allow them the rights to anything you create on their platform, which is just insane if you think about it. Then on the other end, we have CapCut, which had countless free tools that were amazing for creators, but anymore, when you try to use those tools, it's buy this, unlock this feature, anything like that. Just pay us money, and we'll give you the features that you really want. It's like they're speed running how much can we monetize in the shortest time possible. Now, the reason I bring up these two names is because they are very well known for being able to transcribe audio files into subtitles for content creators, and that is what I wanted to make this video today on, because I want to let others know that there are other tools out there that have these same functionalities if you know where to look. And I finally found a great tool that solved this issue of being able to take any audio or video file and create subtitles for it, and it's called Vibe. And did I mention it's free? Another great feature is that it can do all this locally on your machine without some special cloud connection or anything. So, no weird cloud connections, no random servers, no sneaky fine print from the terms of service or anything like that. So, let's take a look at the software. And first off, if you want to download it, you can either go to their GitHub page, which you can see here, or you can actually go to their github.io page, which is a little bit easier to download. You can just hit download for Windows here, and I'll have both these links down in the description below. The one issue you might run into is it says that it's not safe. Just right click, hit keep. We trust it, keep anyways. I don't really care. Now, I don't know why Edge thinks it's some scary application or anything, because I think Chrome and Firefox both didn't care and they didn't see it as any kind of threat. And then once you're downloaded it, you can just go ahead and run it. We'll hit next. We'll let it default to the C drive. Now, if you want to put it on a different drive, do that here. We'll hit next. And it should be a fairly quick install. Now, it's probably going to see that I'm doing this on a VM and throw a little bit of an error because it does like to see a GPU on the system. But once completed, we'll hit next. And here we can create a desktop shortcut. We can also have it run the program initially. So we'll go ahead and hit finish. Now, this is because I'm running it on a VM and it's going to throw some weird errors. So it's going to actually try to throw me to the old version of Vibe if I want to use it. Now, I'm going to switch over to a different computer that does have a connected GPU so that we can kind of go over the different settings of Vibe and how to use it. So now we're on a different desktop here. And when we simply open up the program, you're going to be presented with an almost simplistic screen. You're going to have three different tabs up here. One that you can cycle through. You can see that we can change our microphone speakers, we can see language and select files, and we can also feed it a URL itself. So let's go over the different features here real quick. Now, first up, we're going to go under the record and transcribe one. That's going to be your first tab. You can always hit more options. Now, all three tabs have this more options feature, and this is where you're really going to like tweak everything to the way you really want it. So we can see that we can actually recognize multiple speakers. We can actually up this, lower this. I think it says like 3 speakers is like kind of the max before it starts to freak out a little bit. We can also change the recognition threshold for considering or as not detected. You can just kind of play around with that. A lot of this stuff, honestly, is going to be trial and error for just the first little bit. But once you kind of know what settings work best for your audio files or your video files or whatever you're really transcribing, it becomes very simplistic and easy to use. Now, those of you that actually want to maybe use this other than just transcribing, you can connect this software to an AI platform with your API key and actually allow AI to summarize the conversation for you. So that's similar to like Copilot when you start to do like Intune kind of stuff. You can have it like record Teams meetings with Copilot and it'll give you like kind of a summary and all that good stuff. Now you do need to have like Olama and all that good stuff set up here before it will actually work. Now, I might do a video later on if you guys are interested on how to set up this portion of it, but as of right now, I don't personally use it, so we'll just continue and skip ahead. Now, another cool feature of this software is those of you that might want to be able to have it actually transcribe from other languages, you can actually do that here too. It does have that feature. I have not actually tested this because I do everything in English, but those of you that might have tested this or are willing to test it, feel free to drop down a comment below to see how well it actually worked for you. Now here also is going to be we can enable timestamps per each word. We can choose how much max sentence length, threads, temperature, which is going to be the higher values lead to more unique words, lower values stick to common ones, usually set around 0.4 of balanced result. So it's It's just kind of like how quickly it's going to differentiate those words, especially if you start to have the like max sentence length and things like that. And then lastly, here we're going to have the FFmpeg options. Here we can actually normalize loudness. You can feed it custom commands as well. And if you mess up any of these settings and you're like, oh crap, what did I do? You can always hit restore default options down below. Now, other than that, we can switch over to our second tab, which again, if you click the advanced, you're going to see include subfolders. This is actually going to allow you to click a selected file in a folder to transcribe. So if you have just an audio wave file or whatever kind of file you want to try to transcribe, you can just feed it in here. It'll open up the whole file explorer for you. You can just select the file. And then lastly, again, you're going to have those same options as that first one, but you can hit like a YouTube video and it'll actually transcribe it for you as well, which is kind of cool. So if you end up putting up a YouTube video and you're like, dang it, I really should have put subtitles to that. You can have it pull down the video itself, transcribe it for you, and you could probably upload it into your YouTube Studios creator space and put the subtitles on there. Now, moving into the settings themselves here, we're going to see that you can change the language. You can choose a different theme. We can play sounds. We can focus the window. There's a lot of customization to it. Now, I haven't personally played around with the customization too much, but it is there. And then here you're going to see what GPU. So if you have multiple GPUs in your system, you can kind of flip through which one you want to actually use. And just kind of tell it there. Now we can also change set graphics performance to high. This enhances graphics performance for Vibe, but will consume more system resources. And since I'm on a desktop, I always, just keep that checked. So that's kind of all there really is. Like I said, it's a super simple program. Let's actually just go ahead and pull up a file and we'll see how well it actually transcribes. All right, so here I have a AI file that I did a quick wave for, and we'll just see how well it can transcribe that. We'll go ahead and hit open. It's going to see that we pulled up the file. It's a 5-minute file itself. We'll just hit transcribe, and you're going to see that it kind of just knocks it out pretty quickly. Like I said, with the GPU, I have a 4090 in here, so you can kind of see 5 minutes. It takes probably less than 30 seconds to actually transcribe the entire thing. And then we can actually output it into a text, HTML, PDF, SRT, whatever kind of file you want to output it into for your stuff. And you can implement this and import it into Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, any kind of video editing software you want if you're going to put it on your video. You can also feed it straight into YouTube. I don't know why they put the right alignment or left alignment. It is what it is. Now you can also copy the entire thing if you want, or you can actually save the transcript, which saving it would just be, we want to save it to the SRT or whatever format we want. If we wanted it a text, we could just also save it as a text in right there. And that's really all there is to it, guys. I just wanted to throw that out there. This is a great tool for those of you that might be doing shorts and just kind of need to be able to transcribe your video, but don't want to play Adobe or CapCut, that kind of fees. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something here. As always, if you liked the video, like and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.